back. You're watching the news on Headlines Now. Well, the Chennai chapter of the alumni of Christian Medical College met this afternoon to consider the legal defense of Dr. Binayak Sen, who is also a fellow alumnus and an activist found guilty of sedition. Dr. Binayak had strongly criticized the government on human rights violations during the anti-Naxalite operations, following which he was detained for allegedly supporting the outlawed Naxalites, thereby violating the provisions of the Chhattisgarh Special Public Security Act and the unlawful activities. Last month, an Nagpur Sessions Court found him guilty of helping the Naxalites, charged him with connections with a banned organization, and sentenced him to life term. The evidence presented against him included his meetings with the jailed Naxalite leader Narayan Sanyal and certain documents allegedly supporting his links with the Naxalites. Well, Foreign Minister S.M. Krishna has responded strongly to the treatment of Indian students in Tri-Valley University in USA. Hundreds of students are facing the prospects of deportation after the university was charged with immigration fraud. Video footage from the Tri-Valley University campus suggests Indian students were being radio tagged as part of electronic surveillance by US immigration authorities. Krishna said the treatment of these students was unacceptable.
In Government of India's opinion, the whole development with reference to Tri-Valley University was avoidable and adding insult to the injury. The way some of the students have been treated by the authorities is unacceptable.
Moving on, the Karmapa, the Tibetan spiritual leader in Dharamshala, was questioned again this noon in connection with the suspected Chinese links. There are reports of raids in locations across Delhi. Reports say raids are being conducted in North Delhi, and police in Dharamshala have also arrested a hotelier and a banker in the case. A suspected plan of his to set up China-friendly institutions across the Himalayan region. Karmapa's two accountants are already under arrest, and currency amounting to 8.5 crore rupees was recovered from one of them. Police also found 1 crore in a car a few days back. The probe will also look at the presence of a huge amount of yuan in the seizure.
He is denying all things.
What is he saying?
That he doesn't know the pilgrims and offerings they put before him, and his audience secretary, he used to get them to the account branch. And account branch, which is called Labrang in their language, Labrang, and they know what the offerings are coming. He doesn't know anything.
Well, there is a violent protest across the streets of Cairo because of the ongoing crisis in Egypt, and several world leaders have expressed concerns over the rapidly deteriorating situation there and called for peace. French President Nicolas Sarkozy, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and British Prime Minister David Cameron have issued a joint statement saying it is essential that the political, economic and social future that President Mubarak has promised is implemented fully and promptly, and it responds to the aspirations of the Egyptian people. We call on President Mubarak to initiate a process of change that is translated through a broader representation in government and free and fair elections. And back to news from the nation. Well, a day after the CBI filed its FIR in the Adarsh Society scam, in which former Chief Minister of Maharashtra Ashok Chavan's name cropped up, the agency today conducted raids on 3 of the accused. The CBI raided the premises of ex-Congress MLC K. Gidwani, Brigadier M. Wonshu, and one of the promoters of Adarsh R.C. Thakur. The CBI had named these individuals as the main conspirators in the case in its FIR. R.C. Thakur's house in Nagpur has been sealed, Gidwani's house in Mumbai and Brigadier Wonshu's house in Pune have been raided. And what we also know is that the raids are even taking place in R.C. Thakur's house in Madhubani district of Bihar. Well, Home Minister P. Chidambaram says Pakistan has not arrested one person from the list India has given them as the key players behind the 26/11 attack. He says India has asked for voice samples of certain people, but Pakistan has not come forward with even one voice sample.
Well, I think it's a leap of faith from 26/11 to the composite dialogue. Be that as it may, on 26/11, our demands are very clear. We think that the persons who have been arrested, they are not the key players behind 26/11. We have given a list of 6 or 7 persons who are the key players behind 26/11 to the Pakistan government. We have given them names, we've given them possible addresses, photographs. None of them, let me repeat it, none of them has been arrested in the last 7 or 8 months. Although I was promised that they will be arrested and they will be interrogated.
And you were promised that by Mr. Rahman Malik?
Yes, by Mr. Rahman Malik. Simultaneously, Mr. Qureshi, the foreign minister, unilaterally offered that the voice samples of several suspects will be made available to India. Now, we have the transcripts and the voice recordings of several people who were on the telephone with the terrorist attackers in Mumbai. So we have said we want voice samples of certain people so that they can be matched.
Can you name those certain people, sir?
Well, the list is with the government, and I don't think we should name them publicly in a television interview, but the list is with your government.
Is one of them Hafiz Saeed?
Well, I don't want to say yes or no, but obviously, since we have pressed for action against Hafiz Saeed, you can draw your own conclusions. Now, not one voice sample has been given to us so far.
And coming up, the centre courts of a Grand Slam pitched two close buddies from junior days and turned the joker to a king in the tennis cards.